Come on in, everybody. Something's blocking my way. I don't know what it is. There, I figured it out. There we go. Come on in. Guess what today is? It's Thursday. That means it's question and answer day. I got questions from last week. Oh, we only got to 8 questions last week. And Justin said this morning, Mom, you were all over the place. Drink plenty of coffee. Coffee kind of helps keep me focused. You know what I mean? Anyway, we are going through our book. Yesterday we didn't go through our book because my power was out and it was a wild day in the neighborhood. So yesterday for day 17 of our Chaos to Clean book. Now this book is on sale, y'all. Get this book while you can. Get this book while you can. It's on sale. Oh, I didn't have my little microphone thing on the top of my computer, and guess what? I didn't put my microphone on. So here we go. Really hadn't done a whole lot yet. Day 17 was establish a bedtime. Yeah, last night I was in bed by about 1:15. But I had a lot of catching up to do, and I hadn't totally caught up on everything. In fact, I forgot something this morning, and I've just now remembered it. But I will take care of it before noon. And if it goes out a little late, it doesn't have to be perfect. Set a bedtime. What time do you go to bed? I get up about 8:30 every morning. So I get 8 hours of sleep. I get my 8 hours and I'm happy. Today, let's see. Taking time for yourself not only blesses you, but also blesses your family. When you get your nap out, when you get enough sleep every day, that irritability that comes out of you when you hadn't had enough sleep, that goes away. It just goes away. Day 18. Check out my 11 commandments. Simple rules to live by. Finally loving yourself. And they're quite they're just so simple. They're beautiful. Keep your sink clean and shiny. Do your before bed routine every night. This gets you ready for the next day. Do your morning routine every day, right when you get up. Don't drag around having to have your cup of coffee. Get it done as soon as you get up. Pick up after yourself. If you get it out, put it away. Don't try to do 2 projects at once, one job at a time, and don't pull out more than you can put back in 1 hour. Do something for yourself every day, maybe even every morning and every night. Just something simple like putting chapstick on your cuticles or flossing your teeth. That's a good thing to do. Work as fast as you can to get a job done. Don't dilly-dally. Don't drag around. Just get it done. Smile even when you don't feel like it. It is contagious. We talked about that the other day. Make up your mind to be happy, and you will be. It's the same goes for the opposite direction. If you think you're going to be sad, you're going to be sad. So don't go there. Just think happy thoughts. Set up a happy playlist on your phone or on your YouTube channel. Just set up a happy playlist of things to watch. I like to watch animals. I like to watch little critters. This morning I've spent probably 20 minutes on Adler Farms. They have a new calf on Adler Farms, and his name is Frank the Tank. And he's just adorable, y'all. And it makes my heart happy to see a happy little critter with a good mommy, because that's what we talk about every day, is being a good mommy, being good to ourselves. Pamper yourself, you deserve it. If you don't take care of you, who will? So that's today's. Where's my little, put that right there. Okay. That's got our day. We messed up. Now, yesterday was exciting, y'all. Justin came up. He and Robert were still clearing out a tree, and we got enough wood for next year already. So does Justin. This one tree did this, and this helicopter was flying over. And we were out of power because Duke Power was doing maintenance. And this was a Duke Power helicopter that was taking telephone poles and flying them over right over the top of us. We were in the pathway of wherever they were working. We were in the pathway. And I could hear the telephone pole. I don't know how long telephone poles are, 30 feet long or so. Somebody could check that out. But I could hear it, and it's hanging straight down. I couldn't get a picture of it because the trees were in the way. And this telephone pole was hitting the tops of the trees. I'm just glad there were leaves up there and not big branches. But it was quite weird. Give us a thumbs up, y'all. Y'all are already doing it. Thanks very much for all of that. So here's our little devotional for today. Let me find number 18, 17, 18. God is greater than any problem we face, person we meet, power we encounter, or prayer we pray. The one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world. This is 1 John verse 4, chapter 4, verse 4. That's a good one. That is a good one. So, folks, we're in zone 3 this week. Zone 3 is our main bathroom. The extra room we're working in is I got my sparkles on today. The extra room we're working in is our kids' bedrooms. Or you just pick another room. Laundry room, wherever. Just pick another room. Zone 3. Next week, we're going to be in zone 4. Today is run a few errands so you can save your Saturday for family fun, because there's nothing worse than having to run errands on Saturday when everybody else has run errands. So this saves you time and probably some money. Cleaning out the cabinet drawers. Just do one at a time. Don't pull them all out at once. And I've gotten some good kitchen clean out last week, and I'm still working on it this week because I want to, because I like my kitchen clean. Good morning to everybody in the chat. Thank you for being here. We got 120 people so far on Facebook and Twitter, and maybe I never see Twitter. I never, and YouTube. I never see Instagram, even though I share it over there. So let's get to our questions. Y'all, we've got some announcements. The calendar pre-sale is going away. We will soon have calendars in hand, and there'll be no need to pre-sale. So that's going to be going away real soon. And then we may have a surprise coming up today. Yeah. We may have a new product today. New product. So keep your eyes peeled. Justin will let me know. The mini calendar's on sale too right now. If you use coupon code GET READY, folks. Coupon code GET READY. What else? We have The complete pack is at $99.95. We reduced the price on that. Now, it doesn't have a feather duster in it because we ran out of them. Yeah, the mini calendar is on sale too. And that sale will be going, that pre-sale will be going off. Okay, you ready? Let's get started. I would like to write a book someday, but I have no idea where to start. Would you tell me how you wrote your first book? Well, my husband gave me a little piece of advice. Now, he's written a book, but he hadn't written a book when he gave me this advice. But here's what he said to me. Here's what he said to me. He said, write the last chapter first. You know, and I did. I wrote, and he said, where do you want the book to end up? And so I wrote that last chapter first. And I wrote Sync Reflections because I had been writing for a full year prior to that, every day, writing something every day. It was a time of great inspiration, and I feel like the Holy Spirit was working. And so I took those essays that I had written, I handed things over to other people, my dear sister, to answer my emails and do all of that. And I took 2 weeks and took those essays I had written, because we had gone through the zones many times, and put them into a manuscript. And the manuscript was 100 pages, single spaced. And it turned out that the book was right at 200 pages. And you know, Sync Reflections is still going strong. Sync Reflections is still going strong. And, you know, it took a long time to get the royalties. We got a good advance on the royalties, and it took a lot of years, but I got royalties yesterday on Sync Reflections still. Now, it's not a whole lot, but that book has legs, and it's a great place to start if you want to read our books. And we've got them in the fly shop. But where do you start? You start with the last chapter. Now, if you're writing a novel, sometimes the novel writes itself. When Robert wrote his novel, Could You But Find It? And if you've read his book, please leave him a review. He loves to read the reviews. Sometimes people don't read the book and they think it's a FlyLady book, but it's not. It's a novel. And it's a coming of age novel. And when he retired, he started writing it. And it took about 2 years. And the hardest part is getting it edited. And and he's a pretty good editor, but you can't edit your own stuff. So he wrote this book, and the book, practically the characters write themselves. They write their dialogue. We talked about it every night over dinner, what was going. And let me tell you, my husband, he knows stuff. It's like living with an encyclopedia, if you know what that is. Some people don't anymore. Alexander calls Robert Uncle Google. So we had a nice conversation at dinner the other night, just like we used to do when he was writing his book. And it was fun. We sat at the table for a while. I said, they're going to run us out of here. But it was nice. It was a nice conversation, and I enjoyed listening to my husband tell me all about Rome. We were talking because Patty and Phil are in Rome, and he was explaining some things. It's just fun, just fun to listen to my husband. But he is a good writer. So check out his book, Could You But Find It? And check out Sync Reflections. It took me 2 weeks to put it together. Now it takes a little longer to get it edited. And then we self-published, and then you can self-publish on Amazon anytime you want to right now. And it is, anybody can write a book if they want to. So I took 2 weeks, put it together, and my sister was pushing me hard to write the book. She said, "People want to hold a book, sister. They want to hold a book in their hands." I don't know if that's the case anymore, but I still buy hard copies of books. Even though I get the Audible version, I will still buy the hard copy of a book. The last book I bought was Dutch Sheets, The Pleasure of Your Presence. And I like holding it. This morning, he did something was wrong this morning. His video didn't go out at like it usually does at 3 in the morning. And I think he just threw up a video from last week, but it was from that book. And it was just, Dutch is just so good. What's the difference between getting sidetracked from what you are doing and the do it now principle? Well, the difference is you're not going to be hurt if you do the do it now principle. Let me use this example for you. Let me use this example. Say you're in the bathroom and you use the last 2 sheets of toilet paper. The last 2. Who's going to fill up the toilet paper holder? Tell me. If you don't do it, it's not going to get done. Nobody else sees it. Now, what do you do? What do you do? You use the last little bit of toilet paper. You fill up the toilet paper roll. It'll take you less than a minute. Less than a minute. Now, I keep a stash of toilet paper just outside my bathroom in my hall closet. I play Tetris in my hall closet, seeing how much of our supplies I can get in there. And I have this hanging shelf, and beside the hanging shelf, I've got 2 front to back, 2 packages of toilet paper going all the way up. And it works. And they're out of the way. And I just reach in and I have this toilet paper holder that holds 4 rolls. So I've always got toilet paper handy. That's the do it now principle. Turning on your dishwasher. You're not getting sidetracked. You're making things easier. Making things easier for yourself later. When you procrastinate, you say, "I don't have time to do that right now." Who's going to be left hanging high and dry? It's you, sister. It's you, brother, that you are going to be left hanging high and dry when you don't do it. And if there's nobody else in your household, you can't holler, "Bring me a roll of toilet paper." It don't work like that. Pardon me. Anyway. But a do it now job takes less than a minute. Less than a minute. And it's not really getting you sidetracked. It's staying ahead of the game. So quit letting those negative thoughts come in your head saying, "That's just going to get me sidetracked." No, it's not. It's going to help you later on. Were you really a fly baby just like us in your past? Justin and I were talking about that this morning. He said, "Mom, last week you were all over the place." And I said, that shows people that I'm just like them. I get sidetracked just like anybody else. It's okay. It is okay. It's okay. But guess what? Our ability to flip from flower to flower to flower can be an asset if we'll utilize it. You're not really getting sidetracked. You're just doing one thing, and we get bored easy. So we go to the next thing. But our timer does more than anything to help us stay focused, because we can do anything for 15 minutes. And if you don't have one of our timers, this thing, I use it every day. every day. It sits right on my little desk, and it gets Robert turns the water on for the pond. I set the timer for 30 minutes. I get up every 15 minutes. I do a 15-minute day, practically every single day. I set the timer for 15 minutes. This thing is ticking right along. I get up and do 2 minutes. I take care of things by utilizing my timer. I can do anything for 15 minutes. I work for 15 minutes, then I get up and do something in the house for 15 minutes. Yesterday, I focused. It was anti-procrastination day, and I had no internet, which was driving me nuts. I was working with a hotspot on my phone, which is slow as Christmas. And I planted, and I watered, and I put cages in things. I did stuff. I got stuff done. But I was doing it every 15 minutes, get up and do 2 minutes worth. And it worked. Yes, I was definitely sidetracked, and I had clutter. So when you put those two things together, you create chaos. And I learned how to tackle that chaos. And that's why I'm here to teach you some things that you just had no idea. You had no idea that somebody knew what's going on in your brain. Number 12. I'm having trouble finding things to do now that my home only takes a few minutes a day to keep clean. What should I do with my free time? Write a book. Everybody's got a book in them. I've been saying that for years. But guess what? You can do lots of things, like start building your pantry. Clean out a hall closet and turn it into a pantry. Come up with one project and stay focused on it. Having a hall closet pantry is a great idea. We've got coats in our hall closet, but I have a pantry downstairs. I have a pantry upstairs. I have some shelving upstairs that I utilize for a pantry. So one thing at a time. A young woman who is on Homestead Heart's website, she took her food stamp money and she took 3 months, 3 or 4 months. She took a bedroom that was a very small bedroom and turned it into a walk-in pantry. She built shelves. Now, she may have built them with boards and cinder blocks, but guess what? She built a pantry. And that way, if there was ever a job loss, but she did it with SNAP money. But she fed her kids. They weren't happy about what they were eating, but they were eating. And then she took the extra money and built this pantry one day at a time, pretty much, to prepare her family for any emergency. Any emergency. And you've always got meals. If you got a pantry, you've always got a meal. So find something. People don't believe you're going to have this much time because it only takes me total for the whole day about 45 minutes to do my routines. Yeah. Somebody told me yesterday that they start with a sink full of hot soapy water every morning when they're getting ready for breakfast. They start with a sink full of hot soapy water, and they utilize that water they have to put more hot water in it, but it gets them going. Now, how beautiful is that? A sink full of hot soapy water to start your day. So come up with a project. And don't make it a project that is going to tear your house all apart. I mean, I was terrified of that. When I got our house in order, I was scared to death to do a remodel. Terrified that I would fall back into and I'll just say it, my lazy routines. I didn't have routines. So it was just pile here and a pile there, and we went to estate auctions and bought more, and it was crazy. But I was terrified. So I had to stay focused on what I had been doing and just do one thing at a time. Now, when Justin and his team remodeled our house, you know what? We did everything but our bedroom. And that we left town and they put the floors down in our bedroom. And it was amazing. One project at a time. But we decluttered as it was all happening, and we'd already decluttered a lot, but Robert took it to heart in the basement. And we got it done. So come up with a project, building a pantry, maybe remodeling your kitchen one cabinet door at a time. You can do a lot of things. There's lots of videos on YouTube, but don't do too many projects at once. Stay focused. But you got to be careful because you're going to get bored. So make them small projects. Small projects. Another thing you can do with your free time is all those pictures you've collected as you've decluttered and you put them all in a box. You can start sorting them into folders so that you can start building scrapbooks for your children. That's the one thing my mother did that I am very thankful for, is she made us each a scrapbook to take with us when we left home. I didn't get mine till later, but it was something she did with her free time when she retired, is she made these scrapbooks. What do you use a hot soapy water for? Hot soapy water gives yourself a manicure. Hot soapy water wipes down your kitchen counters. Hot soapy water just gives you a place to drop a dirty dish that practically cleans itself while it's sitting in there, and then you can put it in the dishwasher. Don't get me started. So now to build the scrapbooks, you need to buy some scrapbooks. Yeah. So you need to get it in your budget to have, if you've got 3 kids, maybe you're going to do a family scrapbook that stays at your house, and you do one for Billy, one for Jenny, one for Mary. You need 4 scrapbooks. And then you start sorting the pictures and you have a plan. Okay. Will you be doing a show on your deck again? Maybe. I figured out yesterday how to do Restream from my phone. That was a blessing in the power being out. So I did Restream on my phone. I have a stand for my phone right here that I can just take out with me to the back deck. I can sit in my red rocking chair, and you can. Summertime, you don't see the mountains very well, but it would have been too loud out there yesterday to do the show. So yes, I will be doing a show on the back deck soon. I like doing shows out there, y'all. We have 5 people in our family, and I have laundry everywhere. How do I get caught up and keep it under control? Well, you might have to save your dollars and quarters and dimes, and I don't even know how much a laundromat costs anymore. But you put it all in pillowcases and take it to the laundromat. Sort it all at home so you don't have to put it on the dirty floor, and sort it all at home and take it to the laundromat and get it all going at one time. Now, Robert and I both have been, it's a little cool today, so I put on my little jacket. But we've been sorting our winter clothes out of our wardrobe and putting them into Rubbermaid bins so that they stay fresh. You know, we wash them up and fold them up and put them in our little bin, and then we're ready for when winter gets here. Or if it, and we keep out one thing, like Robert had to wear a long sleeve shirt today, couldn't wear short sleeve shirts. $3 to $7 at the laundromat. Wow. But another good way to get caught up is if you have a family of 5 and you did laundry every day. See, you're doing one load. You may need to do 2 loads a day to gradually. If you have a washing machine at your house, there is no reason why you can't get caught up in a week if you'll do 2 loads a day instead of 1. See, it will work. Or you can take it all to the laundromat, fold it all there, because when you get home, you're going to get sidetracked again. So get it all folded and put in baskets for each person. Separate it out so that you know whose basket is whose, and just get it done. And then you stay caught up, and you have to figure out how many loads of laundry you would do in a week to stay caught up. So it may be you're doing 10 loads of laundry each week. So that would be 5 days a week you do 2 loads. And maybe every other day you might do 3 loads to stay on top of it. Yeah, I'm live today. Yesterday I replayed one that I should play every month because we have so many new people come in every month. Number 15. Well, see, I did 8 questions last week. I'm decluttering a room and I find stuff that doesn't have a home yet. What should I do with it? Well, here's a simple thing you do. You find a place, as like we talked about with the pictures. Find a place to put your pictures. When I was decluttering, I had a cedar chest at the foot of my bed. And any pictures I ran across or any scrapbooks, anything like that went in that cedar chest. Now you had to clean the cedar chest out and find a place for everything else. But the main thing was that I had a place. So if I ran across pictures, they went in the cedar chest. Whether it was in a scrapbook, I didn't take them out of the scrapbook. I just laid everything in there so that I would have all my pictures in one place. I've also done it with charging cords. Or I can't even get them in front of you. This is an antique iPod charging cord. I have one. It's Apple brand. I have one. And I found a place. I had one of these sweater bins that I kept under a bed that used to be right here. And when I would find, I called them geek toys, anything digital, any cord, any cell phone, anything like that, I put in that bin. And then when it got time to organize that bin, I got rid of the stuff I didn't want. Now, if I knew it was weird, I would get rid of it right away. But hey, I'm when you're decluttering, you need to stay focused on decluttering and just get it in a central place where you can get to it, and eventually you'll get around to organizing that pile of stuff or pile of pictures. But when you're decluttering, you can declutter that stuff. You just got to get it close to where it's going to belong. If it belongs in your closet, get it to your closet. You'll eventually declutter it if you don't want it anymore. How long will it be before I feel like I can sit down and relax? You should sit down and relax anyway. When you don't even feel that. When you don't feel like relaxing is when you probably need to sit down and relax. I think you should sit down at least once every hour for 10, 15 minutes. Because with crisis cleaning, we do our kitchen, we do our living room, we do our main bathroom, and then we rest for 15 minutes. But don't keep going. You're going to wear yourself out. You need to take a break. You do. Speaking of, let's see, I did those. last week. Look at us. You need to sit down and take a break every hour. Set an alarm on your phone every hour to take a break. Yeah, you heard me. If you're at home and you're going non-stop and not sitting down and resting, yeah, Joanne's right. We only have two speeds. Pedal to the metal, full force, as fast as we can go, or dead stop. We got to learn to pace ourselves. That's not being good to ourselves when we go nonstop. We have to take care of ourselves. Every 45 minutes with a large cup of water and admire all you. That's good, Elizabeth. Elizabeth says every 45 minutes she sits down with a large cup of water and admires all that she has done. Eventually, your house is going to keep it's going to be on autopilot. It's going to be on autopilot and you're going to love it. Trisha goes and sits in a sunbeam. Sit in a sunbeam. Well, I said, I don't have time to sit in a, and then fly to London. Says, whatever you said you didn't have time to do, stop and do it. So I sat in a sunbeam. I don't have any sun today. It is drippy outside. So I'm going to turn on every light in the house. It feels good being in here. And I have ordered a couple of grow lights this morning that are full spectrum sun that I can adjust to not have this bright light, and they're going to clamp onto my table here, and I think it'll full spectrum, be good. Let's see. It could be that you're having problems with your internet, Lob Tree. Anyway, Justin, see if you can help her. Where should we keep our to-do list? Jennifer asked. Well, it's a today list. It's a today list. And what I like to do is keep it on a post-it note with 6 items listed. Maybe you got 6 things that needs to be done today. And you can take a dice and you can roll that dice. And every hour, that's the one thing you're going to work on. You're going to be happy. But I keep it when I was first getting organized, I had my calendar at the end of my kitchen counter. I had a U-shaped kitchen. I had the calendar, and right beside it, I had my control journal. And right beside that, I had my little list of things that I wanted to get done that day. It wasn't much bigger than that. It was 6 items, and I stayed focused. Miranda's got a good idea. She puts a sticky note on her water bottle. My water bottle's everywhere, though. Anyway, folks, let's go to the Lord in prayer. Dear Father in heaven, we thank you for this day, even if it is wet and drippy. A little rain is going to be good for our gardens and help the flowers grow, and those are your smiles. We love it, Lord. We love the life you've given us. Thank you so much for all that you do for us. Be with my fly babies all over the world. Keep them safe from harm and evil. Help them to be good stewards of what you've given them, and teach them, Lord, to praise you and love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all that you do. All these things we ask in your Son's holy name. Amen and amen. Let your praise equal your prayers. Anyway, we keep a grocery list at the end of our kitchen counter now. And so anytime we use something up, it goes on the grocery list. Or the last item we take out of the pantry. I usually like to put it on the grocery list with 1 left. You know, One is none, two is one. It's the prepper in me, but always have a backup. Always have a backup. Anyway, y'all, I'll see you at 3 o'clock. Be looking for some surprises. Get your calendars ordered. All we've got is decaf tea left. Get your decaf tea, and it's a great day. It's a great day to get something done. Yeah, we got a new tool today. Justin got this for Christmas. He loved it so much, he found them. He and Jack found them. So I love you all. Be good, kind, and sweet. Now, Jason over at Cog Hill says be good. But I say be good, kind, and sweet. Be good to yourself by knowing what's for dinner. In 10 days, it's going to be Memorial Day. What are you planning for Memorial Day? Look for some sales that are happening, Boston butts and lots of things like that. Get your griddle ready. Get your grill ready. Just put those things on your little to-do list that need to get done so that you can be ready to barbecue, to have people over. Do you have paper plates? Do you have cups? How's your picnic table? Is your picnic table nasty like mine? I might have to make a video of that. The rain is keeping it good and moist. I may spray a little Dawn dishwashing liquid on it and wipe down my picnic table with a purple rag. Where'd it go? I don't know where my purple rag is. Right here it is. Purple rags are on sale. Kitchen scrubbers. Get your kitchen scrubbers. We got some great deals going on, and we got some last chance items. Check it out. So just look on your calendar. What's coming? Get your calendars ordered because we'll be shipping them soon. Be good to yourself, kind to others by having a party, inviting people. And let the joy and the sweetness that is in your heart that comes from the good Lord show the world who you are. God love you. God bless you. I'll see you all later. Bye.